was gonna slip, slip, slip through your, slip, slip, slip through your hands. I was gonna slip.
All right. So tonight's class, twisting, they can really be uncomfortable and constrictive, maybe even a little claustrophobic. So notice if when we get into some of our deeper twists, if you start to feel that little panic maybe starting in your body. And I want you to come back to this, your downward facing dog. So make sure that you're setting up in a width, hands to feet, that is the same as a plank. Hands directly under your shoulders. And then start your down dog a little gentle tonight. Maybe pedaling out your knees a little bit, letting one heel and then the other heel drop. Spreading your fingers wide on the mat. Letting the weight of your head drop down so that there's a little pulling, a little tug on the top of your spine. And that tug is going to bring a little bit of natural length. If you're pedaling out your feet, start to find a little bit of stillness here. Grip your finger pads down into the mat. Press through the pads of your feet to lift your hips a little bit higher. Maybe even find a little wiggle. Take an inhale, and then exhale, let your heels start to drop down. Let the crown of your head get heavy. Keep pressing actively through your hands, strengthen your arms, and then draw your shoulder blades together and then away from your spine. Press your hands more into the mat. Take a deep inhale right into the space in the back of your lungs, the back space of your heart. And when you do that, you feel your shoulder blades just moving gently away from your spine. As you exhale, they might crawl a little bit closer to the spine, towards midline. Closing your eyes in your down dog. Let's do that 3 more times with your Ujjayi breath. Inhale through your nose. Feel that inflation, especially in the back body. Relax your neck. Exhale. Feel your heart and the chest melt a little bit more down towards the mat. Keep gripping in your hands. Inhale. And slow exhale. Feel your heels drop a little bit. Start to feel that heat naturally building. One more time. Inhale. Relax your neck. Exhale. Inhale, open your eyes, look forward to your thumbs. Slowly rock forward into a plank. And then you're going to bring your left knee down to the mat. So we're going to set up for a modified side plank. Bring your right foot down, and you're going to draw it back so that it's in line with your left toes. So if you're pressing the top of your left foot down, your left toes point directly to your arch. And then left hand is underneath your shoulder. Inhale, stretch your right arm up. All right, so from here, finding a little bit of balance. Start to lift that right leg up. So right leg, right arm are lifted. Stretch your right arm overhead. Press through your feet. See if you can get long, long, long on the right side body. So important in twists is to find length before you squeeze everything together and wring it out. And then exhale, you're gonna bend your elbow, bend your knee. Maybe they tap. Inhale, lengthen. Ooh, you might feel this a little bit in your glutes, definitely in your core as you're stabilizing. And then tap. Now, if you need a little bit more stabilizing on the base, then take that foot and bring it behind you, that bottom foot. So that'll make it a little bit more of a three-way support versus just in two planes. If you feel good here, then keep going. Inhale, extend. And then exhale, drawing in. One more time, inhale, extend. Exhale, draw in. This time as you extend, stay. Keep pressing your left hand into the mat. Now you're gonna bend your right knee, the back one behind you. Reach your right arm back up, and then you're gonna let it drop behind you. Palm down, maybe capture the top of that foot. So again, a lot of balance here. You can always pivot on that bottom knee so the foot is behind you for more of a tripod hold. And then gently kick your foot back into your hand. Open your chest. Take a deep breath in and out. Maybe find a little bit more tension between your foot and your hand as you kick a little bit harder. All right, and then slowly release. Extend, and then bring your right arm down, right knee down. Tuck your toes, lift up into plank, bend your knees to hover, press back, and then straighten-ish your legs, downward facing dog. Reset. Spread your fingers wide, press your finger pads down, press your palms into the mat. Find a little wiggle in your hips, and then stabilize, come to stillness. Take an inhale, and exhale. Two more times, inhale. Finding a stretch in the back body. Exhale, melt your chest. Keep the integration in finger pads in your toes. Last time, breath in. And out. Inhale, rock forward into plank. And then lower your right knee down. Press the top of the right foot down. Bring the left foot in line. So your right toes point to the arch, then start to stack your hips. So if you moved into that tripod, then the right foot will come behind you. Otherwise, you'll keep it in one plane on your mat for a little bit more of a challenge tonight. Then extend your left arm straight up to the ceiling so that your left hand and your right hand stack vertically to the ground. Take a deep breath in. Draw your navel in. Find strength along your spine, and then slowly start to lift the left leg. Bring it just so that it's parallel with the floor. And then start to stretch the left arm overhead. Get long through the left side body. Take a breath in. So now we're getting into the side ribs. A little bit more into the intercostal muscles, those muscles that stitch all of our ribs together. And then exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale. And exhale. Keep pressing actively your right palm into the ground for stabilization. Exhale in. See if you can tap. Inhale, lengthen. Keeping the crown of the head long, doing your best not to bring the neck into this. Instead, just keep it an extension of the spine. Last time with bent elbow, bent knee. And then inhale, lengthen. Bend your left knee behind you. Bring the left arm up. Open it up, and then spin the palm down. See if you can capture the outside of your ankle. Press your foot into your hand. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. If you can relax maybe your neck. Press a little bit more foot into your hand if you've got it. And then slowly let the legs slip. Reach your left arm around and back forward. And bring the right or the left knee in under your hip. Coming into all fours. So from here, we'll do a little gentle twist to start. Inhale, bring the right arm up. Exhale, bend your elbow so that your fingertips come behind your head. I did this in my friend Carrie's class, and this was a good one, a little bit different. So pressing the back of your head into your hand, get a little bit of strength in your neck. Exhale, see if you can bring your elbow down to your wrist on the left side. Inhale, open up on the right side. So we're opening up the upper body. Exhale, tap elbow to wrist. Inhale, open. Last time, 3 times, elbow to wrist. Inhale, open. Spread your palm. Now we're going to thread the needle. Exhale, bring it through underneath your left hand and set your right shoulder down on the mat. All right, so stay here, pressing your left hand down into the mat. You can bring your left arm forward, maybe bring finger pads down to the ground. Pressing that left hand into the ground to get a little bit more of a twist. Stay here or start to extend your left foot out to the left side. Maybe with the right hand, so that's the bottom one, you can grab the right or the left toes, outer edge of the left foot, or you just reach in that direction. Maybe it's just you can grab the big toe. Stay here in this twist, anchoring down through your right shoulder, letting your left hip be high. Continue to press down through the left fingertips or the left hand into the mat. Notice if your breathing is a little bit more work, if it's harder to bring your breath down into the bottom of your lungs in this very gentle twist. Notice if you got a little panicky when you got tight and constricted. See if you can tell yourself to smooth out your breathing. Take 2 more steady breaths in and out. Trying to pull it all the way behind the navel. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. Release the foot if you have it. Bring the left foot back, knee under your hip. If your left arm is extended, bring it back under your shoulder. Press. And then slide the right arm out and press the right arm down into the mat. Move on to the next side. Inhale, left arm up. Hold here, bend your left elbow, press your left finger pads into the back of your neck. See if you can lift your left elbow away from the ground. Feel your shoulder blades draw together on your back. Inhale, exhale, rotate down, tap elbow to wrist. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. Inhale, open the left elbow, extend the left arm out. And then exhale, thread the needle, bringing the left arm through, palm up, setting the left shoulder and left side of the head on the mat. Start by pressing the right arm into the mat. Maybe you can slide a little bit deeper and then potentially crawl those right fingertips forward. So palm can be down or finger pads down. And then decide if you want to go a little bit deeper. And if you did so on the other side, try to do a similar or the same exact thing on this side to keep it even. So potentially extending the right foot out to the right side. You gotta walk those toes up and then maybe pulling a little bit deeper through with the left hand, grabbing the outside of the foot. You can also just use peace fingers, which is your pointer finger and middle finger. Grab the big toe, and grab just the shin. It's nice to get something to anchor. And then once you find that anchor and the extent of this twist, again, notice where your breathing is. Is it ragged or smooth? See if you can take the time, pull the next breath down and out. Inhale. Keep pressing through the right palm or right fingertips. Exhale. Heavy in the left shoulder into the mat. Inhale. And exhale. Start by releasing the foot if you have it. Slide that right foot back around and draw it in. Bring your right palm down. Press it into the mat. Slide the left arm out and plant it down on the mat. Tuck your toes. Press up and back. Short down dog. Gently walk your way to the front of your mat. Bend your knees. Fold over your legs and grab opposite elbows. So notice where your mind went when things started to get a little bit tight, a little bit more constricted. Did you immediately start to panic and want to immediately get out of that pose? Were you able to regulate some of that fear with your breath? Hang down, let the crown of your head drop heavy towards the ground. Inhale, and then exhale. Hold, bend your knees. And then inhale, come up, Koundinyasana chair pose. So we're gonna be back here tonight. So we're just gonna keep this one straight. So feet hip width distance apart, knees over ankles, and then hips back. Reach your arms up, inhale. Exhale, vertical twist to the right. So keep the knees matched and just see if you can pull the right fingertips back, left fingertips forward. Let the pivot happen above your hips, so your hips try and stay in the same place. Sweep both hands back into center, inhale. Exhale, vertical twist to the left. Stretch your right fingertips forward, left fingertips back. Do your best to keep your left knee reaching forward in the same plane as your right. Inhale into that left upper chest. Exhale, release. Inhale into center. Exhale, fold. All right, so we're gonna do a fun variation on a classical sun. Now this is gonna be a little bit funky. It's also gonna challenge your balance a little bit more. So I hope you like this as much as I do. It also gets a little bit more into your IT band, so from knee to outer hip. Okay, we'll start with the left foot. Step the left foot back long, and then instead of having it be on the left side of the mat, bring it more into the midline. So your feet are actually on a tightrope, right down the middle of your mat. Lower your left knee down and press the top of your left foot down. Start to come up into your Koundinyasana, but it's gonna feel like you're on a tightrope. It's gonna require a little bit more balance. Open your chest, draw the right knee forward. Inhale. Exhale, plant your hands down. Tuck your left toes under. Lift your left knee up, and now you're gonna step the right foot back in front of the left. So you have a twist. So right foot is in front of the left, And it's more like outside of your feet match. So if you're looking at your legs, you have a cross like this. Right foot in front of the left. In your down dog. Bend your knees a little bit. Maybe see if you can stomp that full right foot down. And then the back leg, which is the left leg, is going to lift up. Inhale. Exhale, step the left foot to the middle front of your mat. Lower your right knee down. Press the top of your right foot down. Inhale, sweep both of your arms up. Koundinyasana, low lunge with legs together on a tightrope. Inhale. Plant your hands to the front of the mat. This part is also different. You're going to tuck those back toes, lift the right knee up, and you're going to step it forward behind the left foot. So the outside of your feet match. So for you, it should look like this. Left leg in the front, right leg behind. The right ankle is just behind the left Achilles. All nice and snug. Maybe try and keep a little bit of a bend in both knees as you fold. Inhale, lift up halfway. If you have those blocks, you can place those on the front of your mat. And then exhale, fold. All right, so the back foot, the right foot is going to step back into the low lunge. Press the top of the right foot down. Inhale, lift both arms up. So again, legs, feet rather, are on the middle of the mat. Inhale. Exhale, both hands down, tuck the right toes, and step the left foot back in front of the right. So the legs are crossed at the back of the mat, left in front, right behind. Should feel a little bit of a different stretch. Inhale, right leg up. That was the back leg. Exhale, step the right foot forward to the middle of the mat. Lower your left knee down, press the top of that foot down. Inhale, sweep both of your arms up. Koundinyasana, low lunge. And then exhale, plant both hands down, tuck the back toes, and scoot the left foot up right behind the right. So we've got the right ankle in front of the left. Press into the blocks maybe, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Step the back foot back. The back knee down, press the back of the left foot down. Inhale, both arms up. And then this time, you're going to bring the right hand down to the outside of your mat. Now, if you have blocks, you can plant it down because we're in a tightrope with our legs, so it might feel a little bit wobbly. Left arm up overhead. And then exhale, elbow to knee. You can bring this into a full twist, making a fist with the left hand, right hand on top. Or you can keep one hand grounded into that block if you're feeling a little bit wobbly tonight in these very tight space. Take an inhale. Exhale, slowly release the twist, both hands down, tuck the back toes, and then step the right foot back in front of the left. Cross leg, down dog. Inhale. Exhale. Sweep the back leg up. Exhale, step the left foot forward to the middle of the mat. Lower the right knee down, press the top of the right foot down. Inhale, sweep both of your arms up. So again, you might want a block to the outside on the left side now. Woo. And then lower the left hand down. Reach the right arm up and overhead. So we get length here on the right side. And then slowly bend that right elbow. Bring it down outside of your left knee. Make a fist. And then decide if you want to bring that left hand on top. pressing your palm into that fist, getting a nice deep twist. Inhale, exhale. Feel that constriction, but an opening in the chest. So constriction right where this twist is occurring, the middle of the core. Inhale, exhale, slowly release. Bring both hands down, tuck the back toes under, and step it forward. Left leg is in front, right leg is behind it in the twist, so the outside of the feet are matching at the front of the mat. See if you can bring a gentle bend into that left back knee, and then fold. Inhale, exhale, fold a little bit deeper. All right, walk the hands a little bit over to the left side of the mat. Twist. And the sensation on the outside of the right leg. Then come back into center. Switch the legs. So now right foot is front, left foot is behind. Outside of the feet are matching. So the pinky edge comes into the arch on the front foot. And then walk your fingers over to the right. Feeling a little bit more extension on the outside, the left leg, maybe even into the low back on the left side. See if you can hang your head down. Take an inhale and exhale. One more time, inhale and exhale. Slowly unwind, come back to center and unwind your feet. Press your feet down into the mat, hip width. Actually, now we'll bring them together. So feet together. Bend your knees so that your ribs relax onto your thighs. Bring your arms forward and then inhale. Slowly come up into Koundinyasana chair pose. This time squeezing the knees together. So I don't usually do knees together, but when we go into twists and we start putting a little bit of pressure on that outside knee, it's good to have knees together so we have something to squeeze into. All right, arms up. See if you can take a slight tuck in the tailbone so that you're not collapsing in your low back, letting go of your core, which can typically happen with that. Instead, draw your navel in, nice flat back. Exhale, hands down to heart center. Take a breath in. Exhale, right elbow to the outside of the left knee. All right. Make a fist with that bottom hand. Fist just, for me, gives me better traction. Elbow to the outside of that knee, and then left hand on top. Trying to, again, keep the knees matching. Now, if this is too deep of a twist, you can always bring the elbow in between your knees, like that. If you can get it to the outside of the left knee, then do that. And then see if, as you twist, you can pick your core off of your thighs. So you're not resting here like we were earlier, but instead you're getting your navel more to the outside of that thigh. Keep squeezing those legs together, maybe lower your hips down. Woo, feel those hamstrings start to work. Deep breath in, exhale, release down. Walk your feet out as wide as the mat. Bend your knees, take a deep forward fold, sway a little bit side to side. Inhale. Exhale. One more time, breath in and breath out. Come back into center, feet together, knees together, bend your knees, sit your hips down and back, thighs, ribs on your thighs rather, reach your arms forward and up, Koundinyasana chair pose. Again, find that gentle tuck of the pelvis so that your core is engaged, your ribs are drawing in to support you. Hands down into heart center. Left elbow outside of the right knee or splitting the knees. Make a fist. Right palm on top. Gaze down at your knees. Make sure that they're matching. So the tendency is, as you twist, that the opposite knee would scissor in front. You want to keep those matched, like they were one leg. Elbow to the outside of your knee. Again, inhale. Exhale, draw your navel in. See if you can pull it off of your thighs and twist deeper. Another deep breath in. And exhale. Release hands down, straighten your legs. Again, heel toe your legs out, wide. And then bring them a little bit wider so they're off your mat. Hands down to the mat, and if you need to, you can pull in a block underneath. Bend into the right knee. Keep both feet planted and just drop your chest down. Use the support of your hands. Inhale, come into center, maybe walk your hands into middle, and then bending your left knee, walk and lower your chest down. So like a supported Skandasana, but with both of your feet pointing forward. Exhale, back over to the right side. Inhale through center. Exhale to the left side. All right, inhale, come back to center. Bring your feet all the way to hip width distance apart. Inhale, press up halfway. Exhale, fold. Step your left and then your right foot back, coming into a plank pose. Inhale. Exhale, lower all the way down to the mat. Press the tops of your feet down. Hands under your shoulders. Inhale. Pick up head, neck, and chest. Bhujangasana Cobra. Draw your elbow tips in towards your side ribs. Press your palms down. Stretch through the front of your body. It's really nice after twisting through your core to just lengthen that front side. See if you can bring your chin up so that the bottom of your mouth and your palate are parallel to the ground. Keep drawing your shoulders back. Press the tops of your feet down. Take another breath in here. And then exhale, lower down to the mat. Tuck your toes. Inhale, press up. And then back, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your left leg high. Exhale, step your left foot forward in a more traditional lunge position. So left foot is a little bit more to the left side, right foot is a little bit more to the right. Hip width distance apart. And then lower your right knee down, top of your right foot down. Now, if your blocks traveled with you to the side of your mat, bring them back to the front. You might want them later. And inhale, reach your arms up, Koundinyasana. Notice how this might feel kind of nice to have hip width distance apart instead of on the tightrope. You can maybe get a little bit deeper into the stretch of your hip flexor here. Breathe in, and then exhale, bring your hands down. We're going to take a gentle twist. Right elbow to the outside of the left knee. You can use your left hand onto that thigh to get it a little bit deeper. And bring fists together, left fist on top. So we've been here before. And I'll do this towards you actually on this first side. All right, so here's prayer twist. Now if you want to try a little bit of extension, press into that left thigh a little bit more. See if you can get more of your elbow outside that knee. Right fingertips down, left arm up. And this is going to feel pretty constricted. It's more of a revolved pose versus just the twist. Trying to open up that left shoulder. So again, we're left leg forward, right arm, and you might actually need to manually place more of your torso on top and then to the outside of that left leg. If you're in this expanded revolved twist, bring your hands back together. In a prayer twist, you're going to tuck those right toes under, lift the right knee up, and then come back into that revolve, trying to get your right fingertips down. Now, you can always bring and slide a block in on the outside of that left foot. Place your hand on that block so that you're not relying on the length of your arms quite so much. Holding this revolved high lunge. I'm going to start to bring it forward. So move your gaze down to the front of your mat. If you have the block on your right hand, you're going to move the block forward and place it on the highest height. Slowly come forward. Press your right hand into the block. Now this can be still on the outside of the right leg. If you want a little bit less of a twist, place it lined up with the left toe. And then press in, reach your left arm up, right leg as high as is parallel. And it's pretty hard to see what that is in this twist, but you don't want to try and get it all the way up to the ceiling. So this is a revolved half moon pose. It's sticky, right? It's kind of icky sticky. See if you can smooth out your breath. See if you can open your left shoulder. And slowly bring that left hand down. Find the blocks. If you just have one, you can share it. If you don't have blocks, finger pads down to the mat. Still on that left leg, bend your knee. Exhale, bring the right knee behind the left. So Jiva squat is what this is sometimes called. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, right knee behind the left. Squat down. One more time. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, right knee behind the left. Hold, get low. Get low, let that right knee drop, and then come all the way down. So your right knee is bent. Your left foot is outside of the right knee. Right foot is off to the left side of the mat. See if you can sit a little bit more down into that left side. So here I'll do the opposite. So I'm mirroring you now. It's hard to see with these black leggings. Should have done something funky. Okay. So this is your left knee on top, left foot down. Right heel is right behind the opposite hip. Then you're going to bring your left hand down right behind your spine. So it's a little bit of a structure for your spine to get nice and long. Inhale, right arm up. And then exhale, twist. So you can use hand. Just gently grab the outside of your knee and draw it into your chest. You can bring your elbow to the outside of your knee and press your elbow to get a deeper twist. Once you get into a nice twist, you let your legs relax. Let them get heavy. Remind yourself that this twist is from the hip points up. Keep dropping your left shoulder back, right shoulder around. And there's no need to draw your head back to get the twist all the way up to the top. Instead, it might feel better to keep your chin in line with your chest. Bring it all out, this time without the fatigue of the legs. And then slowly unwind. Plant your hands down. Step your right and then left foot back into plank. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, lower all the way down to the mat. Press the tops of your feet down. Inhale, pull head, neck, and chest up. Cobra pose. We'll hold. Bring your elbow tips into your side. Lift your chin so your palate is parallel with the ground. Inhale. Exhale, hold cobra. Stretch your torso long. And inhale. And then exhale, slowly lower yourself down. Tuck toes, inhale, press up and back, downward facing dog. Right side, inhale, lift your right leg up. Exhale, bring your right foot forward, over to the right side so we have hip width distance between our legs. Lower the left knee down. Press the top of your left foot down. Inhale, rise up, Koundinyasana, low lunge. And you might be able to get a little bit deeper into that left hip flexor now on this side without the tightrope legs. Open your chest. Then exhale, bring hands down to heart center. Pitch yourself forward, lengthen your spine. And then bring your left elbow outside of your right knee. So, prayer twists. You can bring your right hand to your right thigh. Press into it, lift up. Get more of that elbow to the outside of your knee. Stay here for another 2 breaths. And decide if you want to extend into a revolved low lunge. So extending your left arm down. And again, you can bring a block in. That's a little bit easier, makes this more accessible. Any height. Extend your right arm up. Trying to find extension on that right side is so tricky in these twists. So much work to get that lift. So you can either stay in the revolved or stay in this twist. It's a little bit easier with the integration of palm into fist. Tuck the left toes under. Find a spot that's not moving and then slowly press your left leg to straight. So it's a very active stretch. And then come back, try that revolved twist again. Doing your best to open up on the front and then pull your shoulder blade in towards your spine on the back. See if you can smooth out your breathing. Even though it's sticky, it's icky, it's tight. And then move your gaze forward. Block is going to come with you on the left hand. So again, it can come to the outside of the left foot, more in line, or the right foot, more in line with the right toe. You're going to slowly step forward and then lift up. Pressing hand into that block. If you don't have the block, you can bend the standing leg as much as you need to get your hand down, or maybe pull in a water bottle or something that you can press your hand into. Do your best to press down through the right foot. Lift the left leg high. Press into the block on the left side and open your right arm up. See if you can lengthen your spine. Press more through the left foot. Find that twist. You really want to anchor that left arm down into something, that bottom arm. Stretch the right arm up. Remove the twist. Keep the left leg lifted. Fatigue those legs out. Bend your right knee. Hands can be on blocks or on the ground. Exhale, draw your left knee in behind your right. Inhale, press through the right leg, lengthen the left. Exhale, draw it in, get small, get tight. Last time, inhale, press the left leg long, right leg to straight. Exhale, come in, hold. Lower the left knee down. Lower it down more. Whew. And then lower it all the way down to the ground. So right foot is outside the left knee. Sit down. Left heel is outside the right. So mirror you again, forward facing. So for me, the right hip never actually touches the ground. For you, you want to press it down so that you're trying to get both hips down. And a blanket might be helpful for that too, to get that anchoring. You're going to bring your right hand behind you, palm right at the base of your spine. So again, your arm acts like a brace or a sistering behind your spine. Inhale, stretch your left arm up. Start to turn your torso over to the right, and then either elbow outside of the knee or using your palm, pull the outside of your knee into your chest. Once you get deeper into the twist, you might find it easier to get that right hip down. Inhale, exhale, deep breath in. And deep breath out. Start to let the legs get heavy. Imagine as though they were like stone, anchoring you down into the ground. Press more through your back hand, lift your spine higher, and then exhale, pivot around the pole of your spine. Breathe in and out. Instead of letting the breath be something of friction, imagine that your breath was helping you glide deeper into the pose, deeper into the twist. Inhale, slipping a little bit out. Exhale, sliding deeper into the twist. Inhale and exhale. All right, slowly release. Ooh, that was a lot. I hope your legs are nice and warm. Slide your legs, come forward. Step back, plank. Inhale. Exhale, lower all the way down. Press the tops of your feet down. Inhale, cobra pose. Holding for a full breath cycle. Inhale, pressing your feet down. Maybe lifting your shoulders a little bit higher. Exhale, lower all the way down. Tuck your toes. Inhale, press up and back, downward facing dog. Take a breath in and out. 2 more times. Inhaling to the space behind the heart. Exhale, feel your chest get a little bit heavier, a little bit more open. Inhale. Exhale, keep your fingers rooted down. Inhale, look up to your thumbs. Exhale, step, or hop to the front of your mat. Bend your knees, feet together. Inhale, rise up, Koundinyasana chair pose. You might have thought we were done with it. We got one more goodie. All right. So chair pose, knees together, feet squeezing together. We're going to bring our hands down to heart center. We're going to take a prayer twist. Now, I'm going to demonstrate where we could ultimately go with this pose. So, if you'd like to not stay in Koundinyasana for the demonstration, then you can come into toe pose. So balancing or bringing knees down, sitting back on your heels, opening up the bottom of your feet. Okay, so we are going to move into Ekapada Koundinyasana. Koundinyasana is just the name of a sage. Ekapada means 1 foot. So, coming down into chair pose, hands down to heart center, and taking a twist. Now you can stay here, or you can start to lift your heels up, take the twist deeper, move your knees forward so that you can bring your hands down. So what that looks like from the side, heels will start to lift so you can lower your hips down and then plant your hands. Now, some people do this off to the side. I like to do this pose, getting into it, fingers forward, because then I keep the depth of my twist. What's very important is the tricep placement on the outer thigh. That friction and getting that thigh as high up on the outside of your arm is key to being able to hold this pose once you start getting off of your toes. So, elbow is to the inside, as high up as I'll go. Hands are, scoot back so you get a good visual. Hands are shoulder width or a little bit wider apart. And then you'll lean forward. And as you lean forward, the inside foot will be the first to lift. Then the other foot can lift. Now, you can stay here, feet lifted, or split the legs apart. It's easier to keep them together. Keep the center of balance very tight, and then start working on extending. Okay, so if you were in toe pose for all of that, come back out, do a little rotation in the ankles. All right, and then let's try it. Good news is your face is really close to the ground if you're trying this arm balance. So if you do fall forward, there's not a lot of fall. It's like maybe a couple inches. My face literally hovers about 4 inches off the ground. All right, so let's try this. Get a little creative, get a little curious. Coming into Utkatasana, either from standing or from down low. Hands to heart center, and we'll twist over, let's see, left elbow outside of right knee to start. So the side I just demonstrated. Knees in the same plane. Again, you can stay here in the twist. This is really good. If you'd like to come down, this is another thing you can do, is just lift the heels and bring your finger pads down. So this, getting into this pose, you're still getting a very deep twist, and it's a bit of a balance. Next step is putting your palms down. And I know it feels like, how am I going to get all the weight of this body over these hands? Whee! Okay, so the key is this outside elbow. Bring your chest down. That outside elbow will come out. Start to get the weight over this left tricep. Then bring your chin very down low, very out in front of your fingertip, and work on bringing the top or the inside foot up, and then squeezing these together. Maybe legs will match. And if you'd like to scissor your legs, extend the top one, front one forward, you can do that. Then when you're done, come back into a balanced toe pose. Stretch your legs to straight, Uttanasana, forward fold. You can work on finding that IT band stretch, bringing one ankle behind, switching a little bit out side to side, flipping which foot is in front. Resetting between sides, and then come back, feet together, knees squeeze together, sit down and back, Utkatasana chair pose. All right, gonna squeeze every last drop of whatever you did over Christmas out. Restart. Hands down to heart center. For me, it was butterscotch Rice Krispie treats. My brother-in-law, oh my God, those were to die for. I had way too many. Gonna work through those right now. Work through all that energy. All right, bring right elbow outside of the left knee. A fist, press the top palm into that twist. All right. And start to lift the heels up, knees forward, and plant your hand. So right here, you really want to bring this right hand and scoop your knees. The wider your hands are, the bigger base there is. So I like to take a little bit wider than shoulder width distance. Lift up, start to lower your chin down. And it's really key to get your chin forward, just like in crow pose. So you're lengthening out your spine long. Coming back down whenever you're ready. So again, demonstrating on this side, if you're like, oh, I could not get it. Hands down, fingertips wide. So lifting your heels up so you can really get that friction outside of arm, upper, outside of leg, and then you're making a big shift forward. Chin forward, feet up. You can always play with that some other time. Whew, time to wind down. So again, take a nice Uttanasana. Feet together. Bend your knees, lift your heels up, and then sweep both of your arms forward, hugging around your knees. A little bit of balance still. Drop your chin into your chest. Breathe into your upper back. Then deep breath in. And exhale, release your hands down. Bring them back behind you. Lower yourself down to the mat. And then slowly extend out, letting your feet go wide. Dropping your arms out to the side, gathering shoulder blades together. And then releasing your body. Starting to let those edges soften and blur so that the hard line of your body and the air around you, the mat beneath you, start to blur. The rise and fall of your chest starts to slow. The weight of your body starts to drop down into the earth. No longer a burden for you to carry, but instead relying on the support beneath you. Feeling the ease in which your breath can move in and out of your lungs. The openness of your chest. And slowly start to bring awareness back into those edges. Beginning to trace in your mind the outline of where your fingers and toes are, triggering little movements on your farthest extremities. And then letting those movements start to transfer up into ankles and wrists. Slowly draw one knee in and then the other, planting your feet on the mat. And then drop over to one side. Slowly press up. Coming into a comfortable seat. Sit up nice and tall. Use your fingers into the earth to again support a long spine. And bring your hands together to heart center. Deep breath in and out, allowing yourself to marinate for another breath on the good work that you just put in. And raise your thumbs to your third eye center. Be curious. Follow your bliss. Namaste.